I'm Fred Smith, the founder of Alabama Sunshine, and we've been in business now for 16 years. Started in the fall of 1994, actually, with one product, our Alabama Sunshine Original Hot Sauce. Since then, we've added about 48 other products that we make ourselves, and we've added quite a line of good Alabama-made products that we don't make ourselves. When we find a really good product that's made in Alabama, we pick it up, try to get it in our line, and we've picked up about the same number of products that's made by other folks as we make ourselves. So we've got quite an offering to when we go out to our customers. We've got 90 plus products to offer. Started in 1994, in the fall of 1994, with one product. We rented Wayne Daniels' commercial kitchen. He had just put in a new commercial kitchen, and he offered it to us. He said there's just a couple of stipulations. Said you'll have to work at night because I use it during the daytime. Well, that worked out pretty good because I was still in my other career then as in management at the Arvin plant here. So we went in at 5 o'clock in the afternoon when we first started up and made hot sauce from 5 o'clock until midnight. And the second stipulation that he put on us that I can't be, he said, I don't want to be able to tell that you've been there when I come in the mornings. And we operated 3 nights, and the 4th night he caught us, and he called me at my office, and he said, well, I caught you. He said, you made your first batch of hot sauce last night, because they were already always gone when we got there. So I just had a key to the place, and we went in and did our thing. So he said, I caught you, and I said, how'd you do that? What'd I do? And he laughed, and he said, I found a different colored trash bag in my trash bin out back. So he didn't hold that too much against me. We've made hot sauce there for almost a year. And as I said, we're just making the one product, the Alabama Sunshine Original Jalapeno Hot Sauce. And then we came to this location, and I started getting it ready while we were still making sauce there. And I'd taken early retirement from Arvin, and they had offered to, it was a downsizing thing, and we got lined up on our Alabama Sunshine, and I went ahead and took the early retirement, but they helped me till the end of the year of 1995. So we made hot sauce at night for probably a little over a year. And that was quite a strain on us, but we only did it like 4 nights a week. So we got by, and then we moved into this location and set up our own commercial kitchen. And we've been doing it ever since, and adding products every 2 or 3 every year. The original hot sauce that we started with still probably outsells any 2 of the other sauces that we've come up with. We've got a total of 8 sauces that we make on a regular basis, different levels of heat, different peppers, and we've had quite a few accolades on our sauces. We've branched out into salsas and relishes, barbecue sauces. We do a lot of private label now. I've got a label printer where we can set up, and if some guy's got a barbecue sauce that he thinks is real good and everybody thinks theirs is the best, they'll come in, and we'll design them a label and print the labels in-house, because most of the time it starts off really low volume. Back in the early 70s, I started growing jalapeno pepper and waiting until they turned red on the stalk. By the way, all of our sauces are natural color. We add no color to anything except our pepper jelly, and I believe that our mint jelly, we do have to add color to that. But all of our hot sauces, our relishes, our chow chows, our salsas are all natural color. We had no color to it whatsoever. Back in the early 70s, I started making the jalapeno hot sauce just from the excess of peppers that I was growing, and I'd cook it up at home, and folks found out that I did it, and they'd bring me a bottle of some sort, all configurations, and I'd take it home and wash it out good and fill it up for them and take it back to work at the Arvin plant. So we had quite a following before we ever started selling it, and along about the time that they offered some of us an early out if we met a certain criteria. I had folks suggesting that I go commercial with it, and I really had never considered doing it, but now that I'm retiring and I'm still I considered myself still kind of fairly young, I decided that maybe what I needed to do is explore that a little bit. And Sally kind of put the icing on the cake. She called me one day while I was still with Arvin, and she said, I need the space in the storeroom where you've got the gallons of hot sauce stored. And I said, how much have you got in there? And she said, I counted about 50 gallons that you've got in the storeroom. And so to make a quick story out of it, I sat there and picked up the phone and called, made a couple of phone calls, found the source on the bottles and the caps, and then I started designing. Well, I started to think about designing the label. Went home that night, and Alex, my son, who was 10 years old at the time, decided that he could draw me a label. First one he came to me with was pretty good, but I kind of rejected it, and I sent him back to the drawing board, and he came back in about an hour with one that we're still using today on the original hot sauce. And we gave him credit for years on the label. We put a little note on there, graphics by Alex. So, you know, we filled up those bottles, those 5-ounce bottles, out of those 50-gallon jugs, and in 30 days our hot sauce was gone. We sold every bit of it in 30 days, so that's what prompted us to start thinking about planting peppers and really going commercial. We knew that when we went totally commercial with it, we were going to have to put in a health department approved kitchen, and we were going to have to be inspected. We're now inspected by the local health department, state health department, the USDA, and the FDA. So we're pretty closely watched on everything that we do. We grow most of the peppers ourselves because it's difficult to buy peppers from everybody that comes along with peppers because of the fact that we have to wait until they turn red, for instance, for our red sauces, and to their right colors on the other sauces. And so we have to totally control that, and I order the plants, and I dispense some of them out to contract growers, and then I grow what I have to. This year I'm growing more than I've ever grown before. We grow about a dozen different kinds of peppers in our fields, and a lot of jalapeno, a lot of cayenne, red habanero, orange habanero, quite a few peppers that we grow. We harvest them beginning in July this year, and we bring them in to the prep room, and we wash them, stem them, run them through a food chopper, and steam them if we're making the hot sauce right then. If not, we pack them in like 30-pound food grade plastic bags and put them in a freezer. And we store enough peppers in freezers to run us all year. So we've got peppers for hot sauce year round. Okay, after we cook the sauce off in our 40-gallon steam jacket kettle, we bring it from there over to this station, and we bottle everything by hand. Our demand just has not warranted purchasing automated equipment at this time. So we bottle it by hand. I'll give you a little of an idea how we do that. We just fill the bottles and pop on the fitment, is what my supplier calls it. The fitment is a little dispensing mechanism. Then I set it on the table and it goes down to the one that puts the caps on and puts the seals on, the tamper-proof safety seals. From there we shrink the safety seal onto the bottle, and it goes to the labeler. After the label, we box it in 12 bottle cases, loaded up in vans, and we actually go out all over the state of Alabama, a little bit into southern Tennessee, eastern Mississippi, the panhandle of Florida, and deliver to retail businesses. That constitutes our wholesale side of our business. And we've got a website at www.alabamasunshine.com where we ship all over the country, and we've kept a record of all of our customers, and it's amazing how many of them pop back up on reorders. We've got probably some customers that's ordered more than a dozen times since we've been in business. I did one thing right when we first went into business. I've deviated from it somewhat, but I didn't offer any sauce less than a case at a time to a customer. Well, it takes somebody quite a while to use a case of hot sauce, especially in the hotter ones. So they have, they'd be maybe a year coming back, but they'd come back and order another case. And those case orders that started off, it was kind of mandatory if they take a case. They're still ordering it by the case, but we are shipping it anywhere from one bottle up now. We do a lot of private label business. That's folks that has a recipe maybe of their own that they want us to make, and we'll make it and print up the labels for them, and they can go to market with their brand name. Quite a few private labels. We do a lot of private labeling for restaurants. If you're out someplace dining and you especially like the hot sauce look on the bottle and very fine print on there, you may find that it was produced by Alabama Sunshine, Fayette, Alabama.